Hey, welcome back to Math Quest. All right, so you want to learn how to solve for missing angles, right? When you're given an exterior angle, or how to find the exterior angle itself. You came to the right place. All right, let's get started right away. I'm gonna go over a couple of rules first that you must know. Basically, when you're given this type of problem, they're assuming you already have the background knowledge, right? Because you're at this step right here to finding the missing angles. So here we go. Let's look at the first one. The first one is a straight angle. Right here, we're looking at the bottom, right? That's called a straight angle. And this angle is 180 degrees. And notice they divided this angle here. So that means that this angle here of 132 and this angle of 2x plus 3, if I add them both up together, they will equal 180 degrees because the whole thing here at the bottom is 180 degrees. All right. Let's take a look at the letter B. This one, notice they gave me an exterior angle. Oh, and make sure you're writing this down. All right. Take good notes. Right here on this one, what you should know is that this is called an exterior angle. So they gave us one and it has 131 degrees. The other thing you have to know is that this inside for letter looks like a C, and this bottom one, which is a 90-degree angle, if I add both of those up, they will equal the exterior angle. Okay, that's very important. Those two inside are called the remote interior angle. Write that down. Remote interior angles. So those two remote interior angles add up to the exterior angle. All right. And this last one here, what do we know about this one? Well, there we go. This one is basically the same as B. It looks like they didn't give us the exterior angle, but they give us the two interior angles, the two remote interior angles, right? All right. So it looks like that's all the background knowledge that you need to be able to solve these problems right here. So let's get started with the first one, and we'll start with letter A. So as I mentioned before, I have to add both of these angles up, and if I add them up, both of them will equal 180. So right here, all they wanted me to do is solve for the variable. In this case, we're solving for x. So therefore, I'm going to set them equal to each other, which is 132 degrees plus 2x plus 3, and those two angles, like I said, will equal 180 degrees. Now I just simply have a simple equation to solve here. So I'm going to combine the 3 and the 132, and that's going to give me 135 plus 2x equal 180. Go ahead and subtract 135 from both sides. We have 2x equals 45 degrees. Oh, that's not my final answer. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. And so we divide both sides by 2, don't forget. And so we have x, and 45 divided by 2, I believe that's 22.5 degrees. That right there is my final answer. Okay? So if I went back to the first one, and if they had more than 1x or another angle with an x, then I can just plug in the 22.5 and solve for something else. But at this point, we're done. That's all they wanted from us out of this problem. All right, let's take a look at the second one here. So right here we have, looks like they gave us the exterior angle, which is 131 degrees. And earlier I told you that the two interior angles will add up to 131. So let's create the equation out of it. All right, so the top angle is C, it looks like. And if I add it to this bottom one, which is 90, so this plus 90, it will equal my exterior angle, which is 131 degrees. 131 degrees. Okay? At this point, now look at how important it is to be able to write an equation, because you write it, and guess what? Solve the equation and you're done. In this case, we have a one-step equation. So we're going to subtract 90 from both sides. C equals, and this right here is going to equal 41 degrees. Oops, where did my pencil go? 41 degrees. I'll admit, I had to use my calculator. I don't know, I just didn't feel like subtracting it in my head. All right. So C equals 41 degrees. That's simple. But notice, we have value of C. We found this value. We didn't find D, so we still need to find D. The other thing that I told you is that all interior angles must always add up to 180 degrees, right? So therefore, I already have two angles. So I have 41 degrees, and I also have the 90-degree angle, and I have D that I'm solving for, and I know that those have to equal 180 degrees. So in this case, I have 131 plus D equal to 180. Go ahead and subtract 131 from both sides right here. And we have D equal to, that would be 50, so that's 49 degrees. So there's that variable that we solved for, which is D equals 49 degrees. We have C that is equal to 41 degrees, and those are the only two angles that we needed to solve in that triangle. All right, hopefully this is making sense to you guys. Hopefully you see that it's not as complicated as your teacher probably made it feel, right? All right, last one. Oh, this was even easier. I'm surprised they didn't give me this as my second problem, because the middle one was a little more complicated than this one. Because earlier I told you that the exterior angle was equal to the two interior angles, right? So if that's true, then, excuse me, the two remote interior angles. So if that's true, then I can get 19 plus 24 equal to F. So all I have to do is add these up. So that would be 43 degrees equals F. And at this point, I found my measurement for the exterior angle. Oh my goodness, you're a pro now. All right, make sure you take notes. Hey, if you forgot to take notes, please listen, because I understand that when you're watching it, just like when I'm teaching a lesson in the classroom, it seems easy and it makes sense, but as soon as you walk out of that classroom, you forget. That's because you need to take good notes, copious notes, really copy everything down and take additional notes, right? Because that's not only going to help you remember, but you'll be able to refer to your notes back when you're doing homework and other classwork and things like that. All right. Well, hopefully this video was of value to you. And if it was, hey, click the link right there. Click subscribe and hit the like button. All right. And guess what? I'll see you next time on Math Quiz. All right. You guys have a good evening. Goodbye.